the sake of conversation, my peeps, let's sorry, so you guys can see.
Just about to ask.
Because I just did the Joker review. I just watched the DVD a couple nights ago, so I did a live review of that. So I had clowns to the right, or I had Jokers to the right. So I had the clowns to the left, and you guys are all to. Don't be mad.
No, man, I like any Steelers wheels reference.
There you go. See,
it's just funny because it depends on which way you're looking at it. Because on my screen, we're all to the right of you, but it's to your left. It's weird.
Stuck in the middle with you. Here I am. It's a good song. So, until Burmese Jungle Boy gets in here, what have we missed so far?
Because oh boy,
Dark Spirit Paul needs to catch up, and I also have to assign karma to everybody, except to Dark Spirit Paul.
Yeah. well, you can.
Deductions thereof.
He's like, I won't hold it
Sorry,
against
last
you.
week I was the generous DM. This week,
no.
I get my Incredible Hulk.
Oh, 5 karma right there. What else we got? Godzilla.
Punisher.
That works. Punisher. That works.
That's Punisher. Yeah.
Is that Boba Fett?
Yep.
That works. I'm doing Daredevil myself.
Nice.
With
That's
a little
right.
Deathstroke the Terminator on the outside.
We're all karma whores. It's all good.
I'm wearing Black Panther pajamas.
I was
Nice.
already wearing this shirt today, so I'm just like, whatever. I'll keep it on for the game.
Nice. So, what happened last week? You guys are in a dilly of a pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, what have you guys done?
Not as much as you'd think, but enough apparently.
Yeah, I leave you for 1 week. So, as far as I was aware, we were going to go off and interrogate a couple of the Brotherhood.
Yep.
How'd that go?
It went right after I left.
Oh,
We started off interrogating Blob, got nowhere. Started off, then we went to Pyro, got nowhere, and then
good.
finally we got to Avalanche, and he was a little bit more privy to give up information once the cop left the room.
Ah, right. And what
With
did he
all due
say?
respect, Blob would have talked also, but you guys kept on calling him stupid. Just saying.
He's
So,
like, I can hear you through the door, you know.
they, for the most part, thought that Magneto was actually there and apparently gave them orders. But Avalanche at least pointed out that he was acting different when he gave those orders, less organized and more just raw chaos in what he told them to do.
Right.
And they were all kind of clueless when it came to when I brought up the magnet. So
Yeah.
none of them at least gave any indication they knew what that was about.
So what was his orders?
Just cause
to-
chaos, destroy things,
They
basically
didn't,
be distraction. I
he
would
didn't
guess.
say why. He didn't say why. He just said we want to destroy the city. Right. Okay.
Not that I recall.
Then
afterwards, we, as we were getting ready to leave, noticed some less than inconspicuous individuals coming onto the raft.
I got a bad vibe about one of them.
Yeah,
My spider sense was tingling.
turned out to be more of the Brotherhood coming to bust the mutants out of the raft. So fight ensued. Knuckle Duster hit one of them a little too hard, and
The Crimson
not
Commando.
I couldn't remember his name for the life of me.
Just some red dude.
Yeah, some red guy.
Celeste
So
charged
you-
one of them. and played pinball with himself, with Celeste being the pinball.
That was the untouchable guy, whatever his, I forget what his,
untouchable.
The blah, 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 the untouchable.
Yeah, so fighting ensued there, and then all of a sudden, this big kraken thing comes out the water and grabbed the lot of us and started fighting back, and then next thing we know, we're pulled underwater.
And that's where it was left. When
there was more details than that, but that was the TLDR.
Awesome.
Although some other characters that showed up that we were fighting, Mystique was there, Toad, I was choking out with Dark Force energy, and we may have seen Mastermind. I think that was mentioned in passing very briefly.
What was the last thing you guys saw before you just start getting bubbles?
Which led me to what my first action is going to be, which maybe end up pretty good or may be pretty horrible. So we'll find out.
So Clark messaged me. Well, he messaged us. So for the sake of the stream, he's borrowing a tablet to try and get in. I don't know what's going on. I guess he's out at this like killer rave party and he's going to try and make it. But this actually works out fine because as you guys do go under the water, and I guess everybody's going to need some karma. So I guess 60 karma should be fine for everybody except for Paul because you were sick. So no more karma for you.
Are we still getting our normal daily?
Of course,
now,
everybody, including Paul, gets his daily. Hey, there he is.
Yay!
You are Billy, the Blue Power Ranger. And you can't hear us, or you're frozen, or a little mixture of both. Okay. Nice. Oh, my cat's going wild. Anyway, so oh, Clark, you are so frozen. It's painful. But if you can hear me, you get 60 karma points and an extra 15 for the cosplay. So 75 for Atlanta Droid. As for everybody right now, I have a feeling Clark's going to have to like reboot.
You just use it as like a profile picture instead of an actual video.
I can't actually boot him because if I do, then he won't be allowed to come back. It'll be like I actually booted him, and it'll reset the permissions. So the link won't work for him anymore. I had to find out the hard way. Previous season, it's like oops. So yeah, he's gonna have to figure that out on his own. You'll have to figure that out on your own if you can hear me, Clark. Wi-Fi sucks. Always plug it in. Always plug it in. So, and we're probably going to get fiber starting next month because, yeah.
Sweet.
So, hell yeah. So anyway, as for you guys, everybody gets pulled under. Dark Spirit is inconspicuously not there. He's off on some kind of a super secret hidden death and destruction mission. Assassinating people on 2 planes of existence. So you guys do in fact get pulled under, but when you see Mastermind, something kind of ticks for everybody. It's like, wait a second. Suddenly the tendrils don't feel quite so real anymore. The tentacles are like, well, they were slimy. Now they're just kind of, wait a second, this is just algae. Wait a second, it's just water. Where'd this thing go? And there seems to be not ink, but you still can't see very well. Nephilim, who unfortunately didn't get the most grandiose appearance of or moment in his first appearance as his devilish Firebird version, he was in full flame, not just full flame standard, but full flame with his blade, meaning that he was up to monstrous intensity, right?
No, it caps out at amazing 46.
No, screw you. You're a weak ass. You're a weak ass. Anyway, no, at amazing intensity, like that's a big deal. So yeah, he he did indeed quench, because the idea of trying to keep that going while underwater, it's a lot of energy. It's a whole lot of psyche to keep that going. Oh, looking better.
Okay. For
Looking
some
better,
reason,
Mr. Kata.
It's alive.
for some reason, my mobile data is doing better than the Wi-Fi. So I guess that's what I have to be on. So okay.
Well, we are going to try and keep this short. I hope this doesn't get expensive for you, brother. Wow, that stinks. Okay, so and definitely go like plug your stuff in from now on instead of the Wi-Fi. Oof. So I actually drilled a hole into my wall in order to get Wi-Fi, a landline in here. So anyway, you get 75 karma, 60 for the previous fight, and 15 for the cosplay.
Oh wow!
And the hair is freaking perfect.
Well, thank you. I actually went to the local grocery store, and in their what do you call it, beauty aisle, they have temporary little aerosol cans for color. So I thought I grabbed one. That light's really there. We go. I thought I grabbed one that would make my hair blonde just for tonight, and because of the cap and the model's hair color on there. But it turns out it was just gold glitter. And so you can't tell now, but I've got a bunch of gold glitter in my hair because I was trying to make the full Billy look, and yeah.
And you went Edward Cullen instead. Take an extra 5 karma points, man.
Thank you.
That's funny.
Like and that's a mercy karma pool, man. Wow.
I know.
He's like Edward Cullen if he cosplayed as Billy from the
Blue Ranger.
He's like on another level. Just
Well, yeah.
All right, so 80 karma for you. 5 of that's mercy. That's real talk. Wow, like the extent of a cosplayer. I love it. Okay, so this was indeed an illusion that's pulling you guys under. Chris, Nephilim, in order to keep his flames going, would have been too much psyche. So I'm imagining you're going to want to douse it. Either way, the longer it takes you to douse it, the longer it's going to be that all of these freaking bubbles are just exploding everywhere. Like nobody can see anything. It is impossible to tell right now if you guys are facing up or down as you're underwater. It is particularly bad. Chris is going to keep his fire on. Therefore, you guys are completely blinded. No idea which way to go. Everybody make an endurance feat who has to breathe. Clark is, of course, eliminated from the necessity of this role. Everybody tell me that you got in the green.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I got in the red.
Oh, bam.
I didn't know we were officially starting, but
Hey guys, press bill, Comic Book University. We're starting the freaking game. Okay.
all right, yeah. As soon as were you able to read what I wrote in the chat as far as like so that I would have turned it off.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Victor, are you drinking wine?
No, it's cola.
Okay, no
That's
extra
a
karma.
flat soda.
I was gonna say, if this dude is sitting here drinking wine during this game, that's an easy extra 10 karma points, because that's just like just sitting there like if it was a scotch. He's just he's with the sifter. All right.
Poignantly aged, effervescent. It tickles the nose and the tongue. No.
Okay. Come on, what are you blowing up this time?
So basically, following that same mentality of, it's the Scandinavian folklore and the occult lore and all that stuff, blah, blah, I would have immediately tried to douse because I would have been essentially vaporizing any water that I was coming in contact,
Yes.
So either, no visibility at all. And how we're really not sure how far the thing pulled, or we imagined we got pulled down, or we just got kind of submerged in that's it.
Illusions are a funny thing. So the easiest answer is you have no idea how you got down here, because clearly that thing was real, but obviously it wasn't. So
how long will it take to get visibility back?
You guys are having a hard time figuring out what's what.
Okay.
So at this point, excuse me. Nobody has any ability to get up on their own, I imagine.
Not if I can't see and don't know where I am.
Yeah.
You mean
could
like-
wonder,
You mean like swimming or just?
like which direction? Anybody have any kind of direction sense? Anything
Okay.
like that?
Gotcha. I got you.
Okay. The one person who would be able to figure it out better than any of you guys is not actually here right now, because he'd just be like, "Bloop. I see everything.
Where are we?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, they're all right here. That's up. Okay, we're good." But okay, nobody's got underwater combat. Nothing. Okay, no worries. So you guys wind up coming upon what do you call it? Well, eventually all of this stops. Eventually all of these bubbles and whatnot, they pretty much stop, and you're able to figure out where the surface is. You rise back up, get a much needed breath of fresh air, and you look around to similarly see nothing. There is so much fog right now from Nephilim that you guys can't see anything.
Oh, what the hell?
So, yeah.
How long would it take me to, I guess, reignite so that I can fly above the?
You could do it again right away. There's nothing.
Okay, I don't have to dry off or anything, or
No, there was no limitation on you for that.
okay. Then as soon as I break the surface, I'll kind of like fly up and try and dissipate the fog as much as I can by heating it up to spread it out a little bit more.
Gotcha. This would actually be a power stunt. And it would actually be a power stunt of weather control. What I will say though is that everybody like looks up and sees you, and it's like, it's, with all due respect, effing beautiful.
Yeah,
like
follow
this,
the blue light.
yeah, this blue demon bird almost, it looks like, through the fog, and it's like, damn, this is sick. Definitely a better view than they had last time while everybody was trying not to be killed. Clark and Atlantroid had the best freaking view. He was getting full facial from Mystique. But can't all be that lucky. she's a sucker for cosplay. Anyway, so you're able to fly up. I guess Celastra, you want to fly up too there, Scott?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you armor up. Boom! Both fly up and start looking around, but you really have to get out there far. And you're both realizing that the farther that you go, the less likely you are to be able to find Knuckle Duster and Atlantroid again. Two people who don't have flight abilities. There is seriously so much mist out here. You guys can't even see the light. You imagine there's some lights from the raft, but you don't even see those. So you have no idea how far down or as far out as you guys were pulled. You don't see land right now, although you assume it's got to be somewhere nearby. But you can see that it is still daytime.
And you said we can see some of the lights from the raft, or we can't?
No, can't see any lights from the raft, and apparently land is too far away for you to notice also.
Mhm.
So, okay, Clark, I apologize. I don't have your character sheet right here, and I'd have to look it up in the interwebs again. What power sets do you have again? Just briefly.
The raised lowest ability, which raised my endurance. The principal excellent 16. You know that.
Yes.
I can assign imitation.
Yep.
And ultimate skill for my performer.
That's right. Okay, cool. All right. So, yeah, you don't have anything.
Well, can he turn into a creature or just humanoid?
It's
stuff?
only imitation, so he can pull a Mystique.
So
Better
he
than
can't-
Mystique.
But he's an android. Does he need to breathe?
No.
Okay.
Nope. No need for any of that silly breathing stuff.
Not trying to metagame, so I'll shut up with other ideas. Because he
big deal.
can't hear me, even if I tried to shout at him, he wouldn't be able to hear me underwater, right? So
Oh, he's not underwater. Everybody's on the surface now, so you can fly back to him and talk to him.
Okay. But he's
Okay.
still on the raft, right? Or did he get pulled off?
No, he got pulled off also.
I was trying to
Because I was going to say he could go look for Knuckle Duster since he doesn't need to breathe underwater.
Wait a second. What happened at Lantroid?
Well, last time I let Mystique go do what she wanted to do, and I went down to the lower levels to try and help with the evacuation because it was taking on water.
Yes. Yeah, and as you were trying to guide people out when you came back up, you were captured also, and you were pulled down.
Okay.
Unless you're saying that you don't want to have gone back out there, which I'm fine with doing that because I didn't actually solidify that in the previous episode.
That's fair. I mean, we got to get people out. So if in the process of getting people out, I was snagged, I can see that happening.
All right, cool. So you guys are able to at least see each other, though.
What about Celesta? Is your suit like self-contained? Like, is it a sealed suit where you also don't
No.
need to breathe underwater?
Nope.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Doesn't have that made yet, but
No, haven't made life
support.
support for it yet.
coming soon. So at this point, you guys just kind of floating. You're looking around, like trying to figure out what the hell you guys are going to do at this point. When you all hear first you hear some water, a lot of water, like splashing, but it's a constant. And then you start seeing these two bright yellow flashing lights, on either side of each other. And you're looking like, what the hell is this? And then you hear some shouting. You guys want to come aboard? And it sounds an awful lot like Dark Spirit. So Paul, while you were out, while Marcus was out on his solo mission and whatnot, you were actually approached by, I can never remember this guy's name, Carl DeLandon, and the special agent Carl DeLandon, and he was trying to talk to you a little more about what's going on with Nick Fury. Like, he appears only once in a while, but most of the time he's completely off the radar. The few times that he does show up, it's like he's doing orders that nobody could possibly imagine him doing. He can't, of course, go into those orders too deeply, but like pulling people in from missions that haven't been accomplished yet, allowing Hydra allowing Hydra to actually go into places that we were supposed to stop them from going into, and he's actually started working, go figure, with AIM. And this is really bad. He's actually been starting, what do you call it? Some kind of a partnership with AIM, using their weapons to arm shield agents, which just seems completely, obscure for someone like him to do, completely out of the norm. And some of those facilities have actually wound up going rogue completely. And he can't go into too much more detail about what's happened with those. If you guys have watched previous episodes from the previous season, then you'll understand. But otherwise, so yeah, really acting completely out of character right now. And he says, "Listen, why don't you come aboard? I've got a sub that I actually man, and it's actually a big submarine. And you guys call it something else or no?"
No, sub.
Okay, cool. So,
Yep.
come just as long as we don't call them U-boat, we're good, right?
No, yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yep.
So it's basically like an Ohio class ship. It's the largest in the American fleet. This thing is huge, but it does have a shield symbol on it. They can't see that right now, but you saw it because there wasn't a gigantic, freaking ridiculous fog that was not in the forecast when you did come aboard. Got to meet some of the crew members. They're all awesome. And they got the call for activity, the SOS that was coming from the raft. And I imagine you went out on your little spirit venture in order to, say, hey, look at these knuckleheads. So including Knuckle
They're over
Duster.
here.
So,
Yeah.
oh my God, I got the perfect name for you guys. So the knuckleheads. Okay, anyway. So yeah. So anyway, you get to call out to them, hey, you guys want to come aboard, or whatever you want to say.
Before the words even come out of his mouth, I've teleported onto it.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, it's been a long
Solid
day.
ground.
Yeah, if there's any towels about, I'll give them towels. To dry.
They got a big shield symbol on them.
I would have probably already been dried off. Just
Yeah, you're fine.
Just
Still,
using
if I
him as
know
like a
Chris, he's like,
campfire.
"Ooh, shield logo on a towel? Do you guys have bathrobes too?" Exactly. They go right in.
You got any boots I can? Oh,
Yeah.
I must
how
be
did he
slippery.
why did he just take one boot?
So go ahead, you guys.
Oh,
So what went on? I asked him what's happening to try and get catched up with what happened on the raft.
Well, the raft has been compromised. The Brotherhood got in, and we guess they broke the rest of them out. Don't know. We weren't there for the end. We were taking a bath.
How'd they get onto the raft?
They were
Assume by
boated
boat.
out there.
The boat.
They were disguised.
Are we on the sub? Is there any radar? Can we search for any other boats in the area to see whether or not we can track them?
Yes. You guys do have radar capability. You don't have a problem using it because you are actually surfaced, but you guys don't want to actually stay surfaced for too long because it is a shield sub. You know that the raft facility is there, and you guys are going to go and look, but unless you actually see people in the water, they're not going to surface again. This was literally because it's you guys that they did breach. So. You hear the sirens going on. It's like, dude, they have to put up with this stuff for months at a time. No. So you guys go under. I'm going to say that it just started this particular run, this year-long run that they're on. So the food is freaking top of the line gourmet right now. Towards the last couple of months, that's when it turns to crap. But yeah, best food in the freaking military is on a sub in the beginning when it's all fresh. So you guys go out, you're going down and eating as they're looking. They find the raft, but they do see that it's been severely compromised. Like the structural integrity of it is unacceptable at this point. They've got to fix it. They've got to drain it. So that's an awful lot of sponges. They've got their work cut out for them. There are some reports of casualties. They are able to listen into some of the radar right now as they are headed back out to higher seas, because right now you guys are kind of in the Brooklyn Bay area. So yeah, as you guys are going up, say again.
Do we find out if anybody else escaped?
That they're not going to put that on regular, even encrypted.
No.
They're not going to actually put that out. But some guards have actually died, and actually some prisoners have died also.
Knuckle Duster would be paying attention to the casualties to see if he heard either the guy that he charged into or the guy that he laid into a little bit too hard from the attacking Brotherhood.
You don't, no names. They're not actually going to give any names. They do, however, indicate that this seems to have been a mutant attack.
We know that.
Yeah. So, well, now they know that also.
Is there any alcohol on the ship?
I think there's a nice scotch.
Yeah.
So that's funny. And you know what? Scott has all the freaking red cups, man.
He's got his solo cup, his red solo cup.
Hell yeah. And he's got beer pong also after they're all finished. So, what have you now? Shoot, where was I going to go with this? Anyway, so yeah, Mystique did her raid, and she apparently got at least seemingly the bulk of what she was looking for. She broke out a bunch of mutants who she says were unfairly treated down there.
Do I still have the energy weapon that she gave to me, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what was it like a? Oh, but it was there was no. What happened?
What
Like the
happened was we were on the deck of the ship
Uh-huh.
when the giant kraken grabbed the people. So while she
you
was
fired off
still,
one burst, right?
yes,
Did I say
Yes.
that it wasn't working afterwards?
I don't. All I know is I did just green, and so you just said it was minimal damage.
Okay. Yeah, it was like
And
20 points of damage. Yeah,
Mhm.
the I remember specific. Well, okay, I didn't tell you. I apologize. I guess I didn't need to. She did hand you the weapon because she had her incredible 40 stunner there, which did not work on you. She didn't know.
I remember that.
But yeah, she took out the power pack. So there was only like one more
Oh,
solid
charge.
shot in there. So there may be a couple more shots, but you're looking at it and you're like, son of a gun. So she
Mm.
wasn't going to hand you
Mhm.
a permanently loaded weapon, so to speak.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I was
it's the
thinking
equivalent
the
of one
same.
in the chamber.
Sure. Yeah. Like Mr. Electrical Engineer can testify. That's why just because something's unplugged doesn't mean you can't safely work with the components because the capacitors might still, the parts have residual. Anyways, what I was
That's
getting at
what
was,
capacitors are for.
yeah, this is evidence, or this is at least something that we can ourselves or with Shield examine to see if any of this technology can give us insight on who they could be working with, or what parts they may have pilfered from whatever place to build this weapon. Anything useful that you can gather by examining the thing she gave me.
Well, son of a gun, I'm going to give you 10 karma points for that. And
Oh, thank you.
unless I think of something soon, I won't be able to get back to you on that until the next episode. But
Sure.
all right, shoot. Damn, I got to have you in a murder mystery mission. Okay.
Now, would him and Scott together be able to reverse engineer it to make it into a functioning weapon?
Oh, all you need to do is put a new battery pack in it.
Okay.
Yeah, my thoughts on it. Can we work on it, make it a bigger boom?
They've got
Or-
bigger booms on the ship.
Or integrate it into your suit or something?
Mm. You do have the potential to emulate any energy realistically, like positive force energy. Not dark force, but yeah.
Mhm.
So necessary? Probably not. And realistically, Atlantroid could use a sidearm. He just needs a power pack for it. Which, yeah, if you ask, they're more than happy to provide you with an extra power pack for that.
Wonderful.
So you'll be able to use that as an excellent 20 energy weapon.
All right, I'll add it to my inventory.
And then you can start working on your chum belt. He's got an entire bag of shark meat on one side and the gun on the other. It's an anti-bat anti-shark repellent.
Yeah, as long as it's got like what the shark spray.
Absolutely. Yeah. In case one's biting on your leg.
If he finds a bomb, he's got to run with it like this.
All right, enough of that. Okay, we're trying to
bat
have a
too
serious
soon.
game here. So,
Nice.
so you guys are out, and here is question time to ask of Agent Deladin, Carl Deladin.
Knuckle Duster's in his own head too much right now. So he's not really going to be asking too many questions.
Okay, that's fair. You did get a lot of solicitation
Yeah.
in the previous one. Like, they were handing out pamphlets to you. Join the Mutant Brotherhood.
Well, not even that. He's just worried about the condition that he left those people in. Like, he still even feels a little bit bad about the guard, but really it's the other guy that he's still kind of racking himself over.
Huh. Okay, let's put this into positive use. Lose 40 karma points.
Oh, speaking of, I'm looking at this right here. So would like to donate.
Going to start a karma pool?
Yeah, 40 karma to the karma pool.
Okay. Okay, so a karma pool is an extra pool for you guys to utilize in case you individually run out of karma, or if you guys are going to do like a team power stunt, like a fastball special, or something along those lines. You guys can it's recommended to ask to use it from the karma pool, but yeah. Also, if you guys actually wind up killing somebody, or you think that you may have killed somebody and it's kind of up in the air and it might cost you 40 karma points, then that could potentially come out of the karma pool also, because it is a team loss, potentially. This is one of the reasons why Cyclops is constantly yelling at Wolverine, "No killing, please! You got all this karma over there, right?"
How close is the sub to the raft at the moment?
It's leading away. They're still picking up a signal from them. They're still reading on them. You want to see? You want to try and fly over there?
Yeah, and then I can, if I find out, see the condition of the knuckle duster.
Okay.
His that way, if he could describe what he looks like, because I'm not there, and I'll have a look and see what condition he's in. If that helps.
He's a Crimson Commando is a fairly famous character, not really, but you would at least probably know of him in the I don't know, the assassination type. That's not really his big thing, but you'd at least know of him. Can't miss him. Everything on him is red except for his hair. That includes his scarf. He's got a red scarf, for crying out loud. Thinks he's in the Boxer Rebellion. Anyway, so you swing over there and you're able to look around, and you don't see him on there. You don't see the injured guard they're talking about. You do see, however, there are a bunch of medical boats. The Coast Guard has been dispatched. So the main base is in Cape May, New Jersey. So that's where like all Coast Guard train. So
don't forget there's one on Sandy Hook. When Fort Hancock is on Sandy Hook, which is right across from Manhattan, and they have boats and choppers there too.
Nice. Okay, so they pull in there also. Chris used to live there. So what do you call it? You you guys get all these boats literally just coming in and out to do and medevacs to come in too. So they don't have the easiest time landing on the roof, but they're trying. they're doing whatever they can, and does Coast Guard have any ships that you remember that they can actually land a helicopter on?
Probably. They do have cutters.
And you can land a chopper on there?
If their pilots are worth anything, most of them can actually.
Sounds like a yes.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Then
because they're used to trying to fly into like hurricanes and all kinds of crappy weather and stuff. So
because somebody
rough
stupid
seas
doesn't listen to the freaking radio.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so yeah, you get plenty of medevac. What do you call it? Chopper activity going back and forth. So literally, like, there's way too many for you to be able to tell, and they're probably going to more than one hospital in that particular case. This Earth will have a Triskelion, which is actually an Ultimate Universe thing or a Marvel Cinematic Universe thing, but I love the idea of it. So it's a physical base called the Triskelion that S.H.I.E.L.D. actually operates from. It's like their main public headquarters.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people would wind up being sent to the military hospital there, but yeah. So you notice that S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are being deployed to the hospitals to actually keep a watch on some of their people and whatnot. And of course, there's the threat that some of the criminals that were actually the prisoners that were there might potentially escape. You got the wrecking crew there and everything. So yeah, they're worried. So yeah, you can't tell anything else in that regards, Paul, but anything else that you're looking for while you're there?
So they were definitely just after the breaking out. Those people, as far as I'm aware, they're not after anything else. It was just to break out those people.
Yes, as far as you're aware from what everybody else, there in the party told you, they were just supposed to be there to break out the mutants. Make an intuition roll.
Just green.
Okay, that's all you get. So nothing else to see here.
Okay. Yep, I'll go back because I'm not looking for anything else.
No worries.
So
Okay.
I'll go back and just say, yep, can't find anything, no sign of him. But there's a lot of traffic going to the hospitals.
All right.
Yes, no news is good news, right?
Mm.
So take 10 karma for that, Paul.
Does Agent Carl how confident is he in the members of his crew as far as like their loyalties? Or are they on board with like the Stark friends of like Agent Carl is like our friend, our contact, sort of? Can he personally vouch for most of the people of his crew before we start asking him questions about?
No,
Okay.
he can't. There is an elite circle of people who he hangs out with, who he's like, yes. Subs are and sub crew is a very interesting crew because you're talking about going for months at a time with zero contact, oftentimes even zero sonar. Saying just staying in a place and not moving someplace, but having to only look through a periscope and judge the best you can because any little thing that you do, an enemy sub could quite literally be right next to you. Saying, and the only way they'll know is if you make a mistake, if you make a noise, any noise, So they're used to having to trust that if orders come in, whatever it's, whatever that's supposed to be, they have to. I think everybody here has seen Hunt for Red October, right? You have to just trust those orders that come in, no matter what.
I was going to say Crimson Tide. That's also another
Crimson Tide could work too. UB40. Actually, that was a band,
UB40.
Red Wine, but there's like all sorts of other.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose. Anyway, so yeah, you literally have to trust those orders that come in. So here are people who are probably the most devoted and stereotypically soldier-like of all soldiers in the United States military, not just the naval fleets. So no, he can't just go and start talking to everybody because there are people who'll be like, no, Nick Fury's the boss and that's the way it is. And whatever he says to do, it's the right thing to do. Bomb my home state. There must be a good reason for it. We have to do it. Yeah.
Is there anywhere on the sub that he feels is the most secure for conversations? Like if it's the officer's mess or whatever.
Officers do have more security than others, but even an Ohio class sub is only going to have but so much privacy, unfortunately. The only place that you truly have any privacy is in your bunk. And that's usually if you're a higher rank. Like the newest recruits actually share bunks with people. So yeah, the bunk is really the only place. So conversations would have to be very limited. And they would have to be only during certain parts of the day when, there's a duty shift or something like that. There really, unfortunately, isn't any place where you can be guaranteed a private conversation. Excuse me. So doing the best he can, he can try and answer whatever questions you have.
How long has Fury been acting different?
No names, pal. Like he puts his hand, on the table in front of you, trying to let you know, no names. But he says, I've been noticing personally orders that have, direct conversations that have come in that, yeah, dangerous ones that just don't make any sense for at least the past year. But I didn't really put my foot down. Or I didn't really put my finger on the pulse until about 3 months ago.
Any more Mr. M sightings?
No. We've been we just got out of port not too long ago. That's what we were on just leave for 2 months, and now we're back for the rest of the year. What have you now? That's the first time I heard of anything. Turns out that's the first time something like that has happened completely out of nowhere. No words on Monsieur Anger about that.
And no other, and no, no news on another potential target that might have popped up. No rediscovery of another piece of equipment.
No.
Or machine, I should say. Or machinery.
Any word on the
That
machinery?
literally disappeared. So now here's the interesting part of that. The only place that could have gone where it could be this top secret is the armor facility. Armor is, and let me go back to...
It's another acronym.
I don't remember all these freaking acronyms. Altered Reality Monitoring and Operational Response Agency. So this is the branch of S.H.I.E.L.D. that is so here. What did they say about this? They say that this was the funniest thing in the world. Armor is so secret that it makes Sword look like S.H.I.E.L.D. and makes S.H.I.E.L.D. look like the post office. So the only place that it could have gone where it's this secret, this underground, would have to be there. So I don't know what this has to do. Like, Armor is a facility basically where they deal with alternate reality invasions. All right, so this is the kind of stuff that MI6 would usually deal with if we still had a branch over there.
And his clearance isn't probably necessarily high enough to know where Armor is located.
Fury?
No, Agent Carl.
Oh, no.
So Fury,
No, I'm one of the division heads at one of the places here at S.H.I.E.L.D., and of course I get to operate. I get to accompany on subs once in a while. So these guys are actually going to be out for a while. We ourselves, we're going to an entirely different location.
Anyone else?
What location?
No, thank you. Finally. I was going to do it anyway. It's just so there's this place. It's we've got those helicarriers that fly up in the clouds and whatnot. We've got one underwater also. It's called the Dreadnought. So as you guys show up, you're allowed to take a quick look at the periscope. This freaking facility is huge. It looks like 6 aircraft carriers rounded and underwater. Actually, I wonder if I have a screen share feature here. What's this? Oh, hey, didn't know I could do that. Cool. You guys look so little now. I think I'm going to keep it that way. Oh, hey, I do. I have share screen. Let's see, what's all this say? Can you read this or no? Easiest with 2 monitors. Don't have that. On a good computer, some screens let you share audio. Yeah, I don't know what all that stuff is. Okay, so what do you guys see? You see what I'm looking at?
No, we see your face.
No, it's just our heads.
Just your heads. Crap. Oh, I've got to actually share my screen. Boom.
Oh.
So you guys let me know what you see now.
All right, we see it.
Okay, yeah, we see picture.
Yep.
Sweet. So that right there is what it looks like. And you may note, can you see my mouse?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. You see all the subs?
Are we the missing one?
Well, actually, this one is, but yeah, you get the gist. So you see all they actually launch subs from this thing, and they got more over on this side. Yeah, so that is the Dreadnought.
Pretty massive.
Yep. And unfortunately not used enough in comics. I don't know why. So, yeah, that is where you guys are going. and you guys are about to dock. Is there anything you guys want to say or do before you dock? Anything important or no?
Well, thank him.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Carl.
Thanks for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lift.
yeah. Thanks.
And
Victor?
I just said, yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so you guys pulled
so
to
he's
port.
going to be off the radar now, is he, for the next year? Is this the last time we're going to see Carl?
He's not assigned to, like, he doesn't usually get these kinds of assignments. He has to go to handle some business on the Dreadnought. The what do you call it? So you guys can hang out with him for well, you have to really hang out for him for a while until he brings you guys someplace else. Another sub that is going to be relieved soon, or a ship can actually bring you guys back. Like whatever you guys want, but this gives you some time to learn more about Fury and what's going on. So anyway, yeah, you guys get to walk around this incredible, huge, freaking facility. Well, exactly. Knuckle Duster's got it down packed. What the heck? So, yeah, this place is freaking huge. It is quite literally a city, if not two cities blended in. Like sister cities, twin cities. So, he starts hanging out with you guys, talking with you. It's like, listen, I've got meetings I got to get to pretty soon, but listen, at the end of the day, Fury has been calling in a lot. Listen, there's some serious activity going on, and I'm actually surprised that you, Knuckle Duster, don't know anything about this. Mutants. He's actually been working with AIM, reconstructing the Sentinel program. They're actually mutants. The X-Men and this other team, this crazy team, has actually been dealing with mutants. They reactivated Master Mold. It's worse. Master Mold right now actually got hold of AIM property. They made another cosmic cube.
You lost me at that last bit, but that sounds really bad.
Imagine the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, it completely alters reality. Anything you want, boom, it happens. Only the strongest minds can use it without instantly blinking out worlds.
Speaking of worlds, is the Shaper of Worlds going to reappear too, since you got the Cosmic Cube?
Since he technically is a cosmic cube, he might. He's like, yeah, I've heard of this Shaper of Worlds. He's the Skrull equivalent. When we're really behind according to the rest of the universe, But basically, a cosmic cube is when you see it, it's actually just a containment device. AIM was the first business, I guess you could say, that ever actually made a cosmic cube. But understand, when we say we made a cosmic cube, it's basically a beyonder, and we've simply made a six-sided shell for this thing, and that's what a cosmic cube is. It's just a container, a six-sided container for a beyonder.
Man,
That's
can't catch a
definitely
break.
something the people at Armor should be interested in.
Yeah. That's why everything right now is on high alert. Everything. And with what happened on the raft, it probably happened because we haven't been paying attention. We can't devote enough resources to something like that. So what I need to actually do is to give you guys a certain level of clearance. I need to give you guys the ability to operate as SHIELD deputies, in a sense. If you guys are cool with it. Don't abuse it.
That sounds
Where do
good to me.
we fall in the order structure?
The order structure of, if you show up someplace, hey, we'll recognize you. If you do something stupid, we never heard of you.
Okay. But we don't have to actually follow directives that come down from Fury, like direct orders in that regards. Or
One
any
of the interesting comparisons between SHIELD and Hydra is we all kind of operate in cells. Mind you, we only call it terrorists when it's the bad guys. So we operate in cells, and you guys would basically be a cell that I'm operating. I've got several cells that operate under me, and Nick Fury doesn't know about most of them, or at least I imagine he doesn't. Who knows what the hell that one-eyed bastard sees, because he seems to see everything.
So we're pretty much contractors under Carl's jurisdiction or his umbrella.
We're in RP right now. You address your comments to Carl. But yes, you would basically be a contractor. That's a good way to look at it.
Okay.
Right now, Knuckle Duster's still trying to wrap his head around the thought of Sentinels being back and even more powerful than they were before.
Yeah. No idea what a master mold will do with a cosmic cube. No idea. Like, this is literally stuff that's come back only because it went public, only because news cameras were seeing things like this. People talking. This one guy with a freaking cell phone that was just announcing all the stuff on his Instagram channel, which is the strangest freaking thing. Who does that? But yes.
Wasn't it live to YouTube?
YouTube, every form of social media imaginable. He was making TikTok things about it, these damn millennials. So, oh my God.
Nudge, wink, wink.
So, he says, listen, I can give you guys one of the abandoned bases. I'm going to assign it. It's actually clear nobody should be there. So if somebody does show up, feel free to eliminate them. Nobody
with extreme prejudice.
With extreme prejudice. Well, we don't usually say things like that, but sure, in this case it works. Literally, there shouldn't be anybody there at this safe house, and it is going to have to be one of your facilities. Your facility. So you guys actually have a base to operate out of. Understand, once we don't have any use for you guys anymore, we are going to destroy it without prejudice. So you don't get to keep it.
It's got a lab in it, a med center, or is it just like a flop house with bunks and stuff in it and storage?
He says it should have the things that your particular team is going to need to operate out of. It's actually out of Hunts Point, New York. Yeah, another not nudge, wink, wink. So you guys can utilize that. Is there anything else that you guys are going to need?
All right. We've got the shield base. Or shield safe house, really.
Mm-hmm.
How good of a
You said Hunts, New York?
facility
Hunts
does it
Point,
have?
New York. Say again about the facilities, Celestra?
How good of a lab/mechanic facility does it have?
Translated, it's going to have the equivalent of Incredible 40.
Okay.
So you can do up to Incredible 40 repairs on there. So you're going to look at it as a little bit juvenile, since you can actually operate out of Monster 75 or better ability, depending on what, minimum of amazing for your intellect, but your skills, your talents kind of up that ante a lot.
Yep.
So it'll be something good for, pretty good for Stark International, not something good for Stark himself, and certainly nothing that you're going to look at and say it's anything more than pedantic. So yeah, but should be good enough.
What about shield grade Kevlar suits and?
You guys want beta cloth?
Yeah, those things.
Done.
Give you a little bit of body armor versus physical and energy.
Yeah,
and how expensive is unstable molecule stuff?
That is just for looks more than anything else. That would probably be good for you, though, if you wanted to use unstable molecules instead. Make it look however the hell you want it to look like.
This way, I won't constantly melt it.
Exactly. Your suit won't burn. Let's see. Where can I find beta cloth? Other stuff.
I didn't know if that was a Reed Richards only thing.
Yep, beta cloth. Well, he invented it, but no, you guys are good. Okay, so beta cloth is here.
We can get the unstable molecule stuff, but it does not offer any armor.
Nope, no armor for it. Let me read Beta Cloth for you guys. It's a lightweight material worn by agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It provides typical protection from physical attacks, excellent protection from heat and radiation. Unstable molecules are going to be a little bit later down the field. Unstable molecules are a discovery of Reed Richards and are used to provide clothing and uniforms that will adapt to the abilities and size of the character. Unstable molecules provide no additional protection to the wearer, but allow the use of superpowers without ill effects. The uniforms of the Fantastic Four, the Wasp, and the original outfits worn by the new X-Men were made of this material. So who wants Beta Cloth and who wants unstable molecules? This is the place to get them from. They won't be at your facility.
Beta Cloth for me, please.
Done. So typical 6 protection from physical attacks, excellent protection from heat and radiation. Not fire, mind you. It'll protect you from the heat, but not from a flame attack.
So
I'll take one of the Beta Cloths. Not that I'm going to wear it all the time, but
Okay.
have it for when I'm not suited up, just loafing.
I mean, I guess I have no reason not to take it. Body armor doesn't help me as much against the heat and radiation, but
yeah, true. So you want the Beta Cloth and not the unstable molecules?
I don't see why I'd really need it.
Okay. It basically like it reforms. Like it's an easy fix if it gets ripped. Beta Cloth is not the same. Whichever
fair.
one you want, though.
It would probably get tore up a bit more with my typical fighting style. So I'll take the unstable molecules.
Okay, there you go. Bang. So yeah, this way you can make it look however you want, and whatever happens, your costume is always going to be fine. Atlantroid.
The only thing I could think of is the Beta Cloth comes in handy if we're going into a situation where radiation is a concern. Otherwise, I can look like anything, and unstable isn't going to.
Do you have body armor naturally?
I don't.
It will give you a little bit of armor.
Well, if you're not doing anything, then that 16 points automatically acts as body armor.
No, that's fair.
Oh, okay. I was gonna consider it as part of my reason, like I'm.
If you always keep it on your reason, so be it. But if
Okay.
it can always be as part of your reason, but you can always shift it to being body armor or split it multiple ways, whatever you want. If you did the unstable molecules, then bleeding wouldn't be an issue for you anymore.
Oh, that's
Or
pretty cool.
yeah, like I said, you just go with the Beta Cloth. Honestly, whichever one you want to do. Also, this is a good place for you to armor up, or look for that belt and the chum
Okay.
belt, whatever you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. I like that unstable molecules will keep my innards intact, so that way people don't get to sneak peek or peep show.
Yeah. Plus, they will, since it's a part of your power, it acts in collusion with your power. You will be able to change your clothing, the look also, if you so choose.
Right. All right.
Or just ignore it completely because I don't know, whatever. Like if you fall unconscious, then usually just revert to your whatever form. But now if you fall unconscious, it would just look like whatever it was last looking like.
Yeah, sure. That sounds cool. So
Okay.
I can at least program it to make me look like something and protect my identity, because if I lose consciousness, I won't be revealed. All right. That's
There you
cool.
go.
So unstable. And
All right.
then I would like to look for some type of utility belt with things that nothing fancy. I mean, just whatever is tactical and good resources to bring to a mission.
Yeah. What honestly, like in general, whatever you're looking for, you can use what do you call it? Your regular stuff. You can use. This is actually another page. Okay, but this is the ammunition. If you want, there is the Gauss gun. Let me see if I can find that. That's something that during this particular time is usually used by shield agents. Where's this? There's also the gyrojet pistol.
Never heard of those.
Hmm. You do have access to the player's handbook, right?
I do, yeah.
Page 42 would be the place to look. So anything there that you're looking for, we can say that retroactively you can get your hands on it.
Okay.
In general, is there anything else that you guys would like to do here, or would you like to just go straight to your base?
Can I just ask a couple of things? One, clearance for the information that Shield holds. How much of that can we get access to?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. They're gonna anybody who wants it, you guys can do the retina scan thing, so they can actually check you there. Fingerprints with the handprints. What do you call it? Swab. You, of course, could be thinking that I would be in their system forever, and that's true. But since they're not going to actually give you guys cards, and you're not going to be, uniform wearing shield agents, it would have to be on the down low. You could use any of those techniques in order to actually be able to get into a shield facility that your clearance will allow you to get into, but you'll always be able to be recognized as people who either currently or have worked for shield.
So what I'm just trying to think how much security level we've got for getting the information so that they've got hold of. So if we want to look into Nick Fury, for instance,
Gotcha.
He's going to be top priority. We're not going to get very many files for him, but how far can we get up?
Yeah, what's our clearance level?
You've got level 7 clearance?
Nobody gets level 7 clearance. That's Coulson, man. Welcome to level. I think he said welcome to level 7, didn't he? In the first
Yeah, I think
episode?
so.
Yeah. So, I believe that Agent Deladin is level 5, or he's level 3. I think he's level 5 though. Anyway, so you can, in general, you're not going to have up to his level, but it's going to be him or one of his people who's providing you information. It will all come in on a secure channel directly to your location. So yeah, but as far as looking things up, you're going to have a computer with not top secret clearance. I'll just call it regular secret clearance. So
There might be a bunch. I was going to say there might be anything sensitive would be just redacted, so you wouldn't be able to read it anyway.
Possibly. But it's a good question. So what I'll do is I'll give you good 10 infiltration, clearance, good 10 clearance with that computer. So you'd basically be making a popularity feat roll, an intensity feat roll popularity using good 10 to see what information can you actually glean. So with a red, you'll be able to get up to excellent level intelligence, but remarkable or higher will be no.
Okay. And the other thing, are we able to get a shield vehicle, like an air car?
A Quinjet?
Son of a gun. That's Avengers. That's Stark property. Let's see. Well, they're not going to give you a Harbinger, but let's see, an air car like Lola. You want a Lola?
Nice.
Well, yeah.
I love the directness.
Yeah, I was thinking more of a shield version of like the Fantastic Car.
That would kind of be a Lola. Yeah. Pick a model of car that you want, and I'll give it flying car capabilities, which you can find someplace around the vehicles area. So flying car.
What should we go for? DeLorean or something? Yeah.
He's pulling no punches. He's like, mind you guys, you're supposed to be top secret operative, so it doesn't have to be a hoopty, but let's not quite go with the Bugatti, all right?
He's like, it's a Prius.
Daniel Bryan will be so proud.
He's like, our secret agent car is like it's a minivan with a bunch of like soccer mom stickers on the back. They'll never suspect.
I drive a minivan. Your mama. And I've been in a Bugatti, and I don't see the big freaking deal. Never driven it. I was picked up in a Bugatti.
That's me done.
Yeah, so what
It was
kind
your
of car
idea.
you want, man? Yeah, what kind of car you want?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so something that's not something a bit inconspicuous, and so just what's the normal cars in the 80s that you see everywhere on the 80s TV shows?
Dude, me and Chris are from Jersey, so it would be like an IROC Z. It would be a Trans
A
Am,
metal grill over the back window.
right? Maybe a Pontiac Firebird. We're from the 80s, so you're probably looking at something like a freaking the A-Team van that also has the metal grill.
The 18
it's a
van. If
Mercury
you could have a
Cougar.
flying 18 van, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Or just go Knight Rider, turbo boost, and it never comes down.
No, you talking about that? Yeah, I'm from the country.
Generally,
Generally,
We
yeah.
had the IROC Z's with the louvers in the back, and well, around here it was pickup trucks.
no,
All pickup.
I
trucks.
can't argue with pickup trucks. It's just up here you got to throw the snow in the back because there's a blanket outside.
Is the flight suit or how that Falcon propels himself with, is that something SHIELD can? No,
Not for you.
I wasn't sure.
Does Shield have any kind of like injectable like medevac or medepack stuff to give you back health?
At least like stabilize somebody.
Good.
Yeah, like a coagulant or some, whatever. Give you like endurance rank or whatever, some health back.
That's a good question. Yeah, we can go with something like that because it sounds like something they would do. In the Army, we've got atropine. So we got 3 of them. They last for like 10 minutes each. So that's an extra half an hour, if you're lucky, of going on, even though you got like 1,000 rads of radiation coming into you. So I would say they've probably got like some kind of a nutrient injection. So yeah, we can do something like that. So how about this? It'll give you recovery of +1 column shift your current endurance in order to stop endurance rank loss.
You said recovery +1 to current endurance.
Yeah, to your current endurance. So if you've already lost 3 levels of endurance, it's going to be +1 to what your current is. Yeah, not your base.
How many of those do we get?
1 for each of you guys.
Okay. And just call it 1 medepack, I guess, or
Yeah.
Can I get some knockout gas?
Absolutely. And you get a couple of
I
knockout
like
gases
this.
in.
This is just shocking, isn't it? Awesome.
They'll actually give you the good ones up to remarkable 30 intensity.
How many of them do I get? Sorry.
Victor, are you making a joke about your own knockout gas?
Oh no, I won't.
Oh, okay. What were you saying?
I was
So
that Knuckle Duster's kind of the odd one out here. He doesn't really need weapons. He doesn't need armor. He doesn't.
Okay. Sorry, what were you saying there, Paul?
Just how many canisters of knockout gas?
I rolled
1.
0. You ain't getting 10. I'll give you 5 though.
Thank you.
He's like, I just divided by 2. That's all.
Don't ever divide by 0 because that's very bad. But yeah, I just divided the roll by 2. I was actually planning on doing that, and I was just like, I'm definitely doing that.
Now, am I still missing half my health
No,
from
no,
the
you
Kraken fight?
no, you in the beginning of every new game, you would go back or you would heal your endurance rank in health. So, and your endurance is monstrous 63.
Yeah.
I think you're fine. But since
Okay.
it's actually downtime right now, you're back to full. Don't worry.
Okay.
Is anybody going to get fingerprinted and eye scanned?
Oh, good question.
Mm.
I will.
Well, you are the actual legitimate law enforcement agent. If they retina scan me, they might discover I'm an alien. If they retina scan Knuckle Duster, they'll see he's a mutant.
It's Shield. They might already know all this stuff.
True.
They might know where your lost tribe is.
A landroid, if they scan him, okay, which one is he this time?
Yeah, which eye do you want them to scan?
Realistically, you could just imitate Celestra if you needed to.
Yeah, I was thinking that just whoever gets assimilated or gets entered in the system, then I would
Assimilated.
Yeah.
Since we're going all full Freud, tell me about your mother. Like, wow. Everybody's getting assimilated into the system.
Resistance is futile.
All right. So, Duster, are you?
Am I?
Are you getting the whole facial scan, retinal scan, hand scan, cotton swab? Are you doing any of those?
Probably already have it, so sure.
Okay, done. So 2 members.
Yeah.
Chris is. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, wow. I am impressed.
I'll give
I
him the.
didn't think you would do that, Paul.
Mm.
You're just
I'll
going to
give
do the
him
retinal scan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Only because I don't know if I would have fingerprints.
Yeah, I would imagine you do. You're not a silicone-based life form. You're still carbon-based. So, all right. Yeah, no worries. Whatever you want to do. What do you call it? The alarms start going off when Chris does it. Sword comes down and picks you up right away. My worst nightmare.
This is bullshit.
Okay,
$2. $2.
Where's my $2? Okay, so you guys are fine. So the only one not doing it then is Atlantroid. Okay, done. So you guys, Atlantroid's like, you all did it once. Technically, I just did it 4 times.
Exactly.
So
How
if
did
there's
this person enter this facility and that facility at the same time?
at the same time. So I don't know, but it looks just like both people. So
Is your
So-
last name Maddox?
is there anything else that you guys need?
Well, I can think of.
Money, resources.
Oh, this always happens. Okay, we'll give you a shield line of credit up to excellent 20 resources. These guys are like, yes, money.
I mean, I'm pretty sure a few of us have better than that already.
Yeah. Slaughter's like, what is this? My black card works better than this.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I just hit the lottery.
Literally. Atlantroid's like, what the heck is this? Like, I've got a better credit card limit than this nonsense.
Right.
Buster's doing better than that.
Yeah. Oy. All right. So, you guys get yourself hooked up. What else? So, in the facility, you could put down that there's going to be a good 10 medical facility there. So, and it's actually automated just in case. So, Yeah, like hit a button and then boom, it'll try and take care of you. Like back to fluid in the side. There's a guy in there with one hand. Talk
There's
about
Colto tanks.
not my dad. It's a Star Wars reference if anybody at home doesn't get that. So Spider-Man's in here. You guys remember that really old movie? So what else is there?
Alright, so that's pretty good safe house. It's got incredible 40 workshop, good 10 medical bay. Got our med pack stuff. Got my awesome new shield Diners Club card.
Does Diners Card still exist? I think it does.
It might. I don't even know. I'm just throwing that reference out there.
Oy.
And I guess as far as the beta cloth and unstable molecules, since I have already been doing the full body fire transformation, does that mean I burned off my clothing? Or does it all transform with me?
Technically, I guess you've been buck-ass naked this whole time.
Oh,
You got an unstable
Okay.
molecule towel. That's why you were so happy to get the towel. Like,
So
I'm not dry, but hey.
DC had the Batawing and Marvel has the Nephalwing.
Nice.
Because
All right.
that was going to be my question: is if I'm whatever I'm wearing transforms with me, then I'll stick with the beta cloth. But if it technically doesn't, then I have to get the unstable molecule one.
All right.
Um,
Nice, easy way for you guys to do this without hooking up your criminal contacts back in Chicago. Some of you guys will get that reference. Season 3. So, all right. Anything else? Because they're about to ship yo asses out.
I'm all good.
Is this, since we're so much underwater, and forgive me, I don't remember what ocean we're in right now, but is this close enough that I can communicate the fact that this seriousness, or reality altering or dangers to, because of the cosmic cube and things like that? I just feel like I have a duty or sense to report this to the Atlantis. And
Why not?
I don't know if you feel like wait till I get back to Oracle, or
It's entirely up to you. The whole purpose of you being here is not necessarily to spy on humankind, but rather just simply to have an actual business with the United States. There's a couple Oracle locations in other key countries in the world, so that they can try and show that, hey, Atlantis is actually, we're willing to do trade with you guys, right? So let's not do hostile negotiations with a lightsaber. Let's actually, communicate, and maybe we'll even get some ambassadorship going, besides just regular UN representation. So yeah, that's the main purpose. So anything that you do outside of that, you are a free-willed being, and Prince Namor knows that. King Namor knows that.
yeah, I'm just thinking the Sentinel News and the Hypercube. That's pretty serious stuff.
Yeah, that Cosmic Cube is a pretty big deal.
Mhm.
They went full Tesseract on your ass.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are going to be shipped back to the facility in the Triskelion. What's up? Uh-oh. I know that look.
Since I just one more item, if they have them. I mean, it is the 80s, so I'm not some kind of rebreather so that we can breathe underwater without it being a full scuba gear. Like if they have just kind of a smaller one that maybe gives you, X number of hours of air. Something that's a little more portable.
Reed Richards actually developed, and they have a contract with Mr. Richards. It's one of the reasons why they've got money. Is the Fantastic Four has money because anyway, they purchased these pills, the underwater breathing pills. They last for 4 hours. You can breathe air or water. You're not bound to either. And they actually let you use powers, including flame powers like Johnny Storm underwater without necessarily making freaking fog from a Stephen King movie. So, yeah. They can give you each, a pack of 6. So these underwater breathing pills last for 4 hours, and even powers like flame powers will still continue to function
Okay, cool.
while you're using
quote-
them.
To
You
quote
guys
Professor
think of anything
Farnsworth-
else?
I was gonna say, to quote Professor Farnsworth, "Good news, they're suppository."
Good news, everybody.
Who's that?
From Futurama, the
Futurama.
professor. When
Professor.
they go
I've never
underwater,
watched it.
oh, there's a underwater
That's
breathing.
That's
been
one
me
thing
this
that people always get me with. It's like, dude, how do you not watch that? By not
Yeah.
watching it.
That's been me this entire session.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much between me and Bill, the pop culture references.
The,
We
the
got
pop,
it covered.
pop culture references are strong in our game. Okay, so anything else you guys want to mooch off of these guys? That's like me trying to deal with my my marketing contact in Valiant Comics. So I'm just like, hey, listen, I'm going to go see the Bloodshot movie pretty soon. I'm going to bring a bunch of people. Do you guys got any like little trinkets? They're sending me over keychains. So
Oh wow!
I mooch off of everything I possibly can. So okay, so you guys getting your sub. It's going to be couple of hours before you get there because you guys are really far out in the Atlantic. Boom, and they're actually going to surface next to an aircraft carrier, not Shield design, so that you guys can actually be brought over. And boom, you guys get up there. They let you know, yeah, we just, since we've surfaced, we just had communication. Your vehicle. Oh, did you decide on what vehicle it's going to be yet?
Yeah, I still want the 18 fan, if that's possible.
We are doing.
Yeah.
God.
No, the reason is it's good for everyone to fit in.
You don't need a reason for the 18 van.
Yeah, and if anyone asks, you're just a fan of the show.
Exactly. I am.
B.A. Brockus shows up with Hannibal. Hey, what's going on? You know what? Atlantride would have to be face. Oh, man. All right, so you guys get up there and they say, yeah, that should be waiting for you at the safe house. Listen, it is a safe house. It's 100% undercover. It just looks like a regular old house. Maybe try not to, maybe try to be a little inconspicuous. You know what I'm saying? Don't go walking in with big flame bird powers and stuff like that. Look normal, not in costume when you go walking in and out. Just saying, just a little bit of advice. That's all. Because
Just find like a local bodega and just bring groceries in.
exactly. Take out the landlady's garbage, Mr. Smith. Just little stuff like that. Okay, Victor, that was a Matrix reference. Please tell me you got that at least.
Been a while since I've seen Matrix.
Fair. Okay, so anyway, that's fair. So you you guys get on the aircraft carrier. You're cool. The sub submerges and goes off. So I think that before we leave, probably have to get a little bit of action coming in, right? We can't just leave this with no action in this particular adventure. So here's what I'm going to say. What?
He's like, all you did was grub stuff. That's the whole episode.
Stuff, man.
That's the whole episode.
The whole freaking thing. Okay. So while you guys are on the aircraft carrier and they're going to come, obviously can't come within, the 18 miles of of shore without, oh my God, people freaking out. Well, within the 12, excuse me. They're going to actually deploy a smaller boat to bring you guys out there and shore leave for some people, all that good stuff. Yeah, so they're moving in closer to port, and I'm going to give you guys Tiger Shark. I'm literally just throwing a character at you because like anything could happen, but here, reserves. So the side of the ship, boom. boom! It doesn't move the freaking aircraft carrier because it's a freaking aircraft carrier. But boom on the side of the ship. You start hearing the scraping of metal and whatnot. People looking over side. Holy crap! Call Iron Man! Call the Avengers! It's the freaking tiger shark! Like they've seen him before and whatnot. So here's this freaking man beast. You guys can look over, holding on the railings, looking. He's trying to tear into the side, and he's screaming something. It's hard to hear from down there. It's kind of like a Shazam moment. Are you saying something? I can't hear your exposition.
He's like, "Are you monologuing? I can't."
He said monologuing. So you guys get to go first, and then we roll initiative. He wasn't expecting superheroes or whatever the hell you guys are on the ship.
What about the rest of the crew on the aircraft carrier? Do they know we're not shield agents, but we're VIP passengers?
Oh, dude, you came up on a shield craft. They know that you guys are special. They don't do that for just, Jim, Bob, and Joe.
Jim Bob.
Jim
Bob.
There was actually 3 people I was mentioning.
All right. Flame on.
Minus 20 for the copyright infringement. I'm joking.
And I'll just kind of fly out over the edge to get a better view to see if Tiger Shark's by himself and staying.
He's a big enough threat by himself. Yeah, he's by himself. There is also, by the way, 2 battleships flanking, but a little bit behind. There's also 2 smaller gunships. And Chris, you probably know. Metagame, whatever. There's usually a sub that converges with an aircraft carrier also. So yeah, it's accompanied. So anyway, you hear people being deployed, getting ready for this. Gunfire starts. Like they actually open up some of the mini guns. So this is like a full-fledged mounted machine gun. It's actually pointed at this guy and shooting him up, and he's not bleeding a whole lot. Yeah, he's fairly tough. So go ahead. You flame up and you fly out there. Who else wants to do what?
Suiting up, taking to the air.
Okay.
I was going to get my my sniper rifle, aim it at him, and take a shot if I can.
Sorry, Wi-Fi. Damn it.
Don't worry. And
I don't know if it'll do any damage or anything. It's just stun him. But
Duster?
I really only have one course of action to attack this guy, so I'm going to pop one of those water-breathing pills.
Oh. Oh, you do know that you can hold your breath. Like, what's your endurance?
Amazing.
Amazing 46.
Yeah.
46, and there's 10 rounds per. You can hold your breath for a little over 4.5 minutes before it even starts to get a little bit uncomfortable.
It was more worrying about not being able to fight as well underwater.
That's not going to change.
Okay, I didn't know if that affected anything.
No. Just,
okay,
yeah.
then
Don't waste them.
Yeah, then I'll just go.
Or, maybe you just want to see, are they minty fresh?
And
Atlantroid, call your action.
Over the side.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, well, I'm having a Star Wars moment because, just all Rise of the Skywalker not too long ago. Are there guns, kind of like the Millennium Falcon had, where you can slide into and start shooting? Or is it all just torpedo type combat?
It is the Marvel Universe, but and it is in the 80s, but there were never really guns like that.
Okay.
No, they're all really operated by operators. It's so like they move almost like they're independent. They're clearly not robots, but yeah. And this is the regular military, not SHIELD. SHIELD would probably have people like hooking things up to their brains.
So nothing I can slide into. Those positions are already probably occupied. Dang. All right. Well, if I assume the appearance of a Tuma and go out there, am I going to draw enemy fire? Because Otuma's not necessarily a good guy, but he has been able to hang with tiger sharks. I was just wondering if I can find out what's going on. Or are you going to shake your head and say,
I'm not going to shake my head to anything that you want to do. Okay, this could work. And I actually have something planned for that. Okay, so everybody roll your initiative. And remember the pluses and the minuses. Does everybody remember how that works?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Typical 6 means no bonus and no additions. If you have good 10 intuition, then that's 1 column shift above typical, so you get +1 to your initiative. If you have incredible, that's like what, 4 above, so that's +4 to whatever your initiative roll is. So you drop 1 10-sider and then add whatever you have to it.
Right.
I got a 12.
Done.
I've got 9.
10.
5.
4. Okay. Sounds like a countdown. Okay, so Knuckle Duster, what'd you get?
10.
10. Chris, you got 12?
Mhm.
And Paul, you got
9.
9. Okay. So, crap. Now I'm already forgetting again. I wish there was a way
Highest
to
number
actually...
goes first.
Yes, highest number goes
Yeah,
first, and you got the highest number, right?
Yep.
So and then Paul, and then
No.
then
Chris,
Duster, then
then-
Paul.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. So Chris, you go first.
All right, so has he actually been hit yet by any of the anti-aircraft or heavy machine gun?
Yeah, he won't be hit by anti-aircraft, but yes.
Does it look
I
like
can change
it's
that.
doing anything to him? Like, he's just kind of like shrugging off?
There is some blood coming off, but mostly he's just ignoring it. Nothing. It's penetrating his skin, but it's not penetrating muscle.
All right. Well, I'm not in full nuke mode, so I'll give him just a remarkable 26 blast. An excellent 16 blast of fire.
Okay.
Shooting at him because I can shoot up to 6 areas.
Nice.
In my normal form.
Mhm.
All right, so just regular roll to hit.
Yep.
Ooh. All right. 96 is in the red.
Damn.
Under excellent.
Okay. So that's a solid hit, man. Energy attacks. Do we do bullseye with energy attacks? I forget. Yep, we do.
Kill.
Oh, except
On
it's
the red.
on the kill result. Okay. Let me roll on that really quick. I don't want to do this on the hardwood of the desk. That's just loud and obnoxious. Oh shoot. Okay, that's actually a really good shot. Yeah, he actually. Damn. That was good. It's not gonna. It says endurance loss. Okay, and I can't actually remember the rules. I think that endurance loss for under green only works with shooting and edge weapons. I don't think it works with energy attacks. That's only if he gets the white. So I'm going to say that he doesn't shrug it off because he recognizes that could have freaking hurt him bad. So he turns around and he looks dead at you. Next up, Victor.
All right. So I hop over the rail and try to get down to his level. Is he particularly large as a person? I don't know. I don't know the character out of game, so I don't know
Gotcha.
how big he is.
Okay. Yeah, he's a fairly big guy. You can, like he's yeah. I can't tell you anything more out of for meta knowledge.
I just didn't know how big he was. So I guess I'll try to. He clearly seems to take damage well, so I'm gonna lay into him and see what I can do here. What penalties am I dealing with being in the water?
Here, let me just give you a
You found the picture?
share screen. Yep. Boop, right there. Tiger
Gotcha.
shock. All right. And, oh my God, it's you guys. Stop sharing. All right. So what were you doing? Sorry.
I was gonna just lay into him, but I didn't know what penalties I was getting for being in the water.
Oh, you want to drop in the water and then attack him?
Well, I thought he was in the water.
No, he's on the side of the ship, actually tearing it open.
Then I guess I'll just like I don't know if I can reach him from where I'm at. I'll get him. If I have to drop on top of him, I will. Or
You
blink
can
on top
land
of
right
him.
on top of him and slug him, wrestle him, bite him.
Yeah.
He's better at biting, but I'm just saying he might
Yeah.
bite you back.
I mean, save myself the drop time and just blink on him and start laying into him.
That's true.
I will go for multiple attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, 63 will do it. I only need a 16.
Done. Do those individual rolls.
Yep. First roll. 64. That is a yellow. That actually was a white.
No worries.
The last one got a green.
Okay. That actually fits because yellow is a slam, so it's like boom, he moves back so far that your next fist missed. It's your own fault, but it's a good thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so you get a couple solid shots on him. Nice. Dark Spirit.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get my sniper rifle out, so it can do damage and stun if they're in the same plane.
And no body armor, only mental resistance works against your gun.
Mm-hmm. So I've got excellent on there, plus I've got marksmanship, so that's a +1. So,
Plus it's a unique weapon, which means you get +3 total. So
Right.
+1 to your initiative, +2 to your agility for hitting, plus an extra 1 with your marksmanship. So agility +3.
agility is all right. Then excellent. 1, 2, 3. Also, it's amazing. Oh, awesome. I still miss though. 46. It's green.
Okay. Yeah, standard shot. He takes the damage. He like that one actually freaks him out a little bit because he recognizes that's physical pain he's feeling, but there's no way that should hurt him. And he's holding onto the side of the ship. He's being punched in the face. He just got burnt on his back, and he's looking around like, you could tell where'd that shot come from. Scott rolled a 5 and Clark rolled a 4. Okay. Scott, Solasta? Sorry. Like Shasta.
Only I'm not as tasty.
Shasta's super tasty.
I am going to blast him with light force generation. And I'm going to aim for his face.
So you're looking to blind him?
Yep.
Okay. Done.
That would be in the white.
Okay, no big deal. But you did miss. Okay. Make another roll at -1 column shift.
Uh-oh.
That would be in the green.
Awesome. Victor, make an endurance roll.
I was going to ask, what is the penalty for shooting into melee with the friendly in the way? But you answered that question.
That is a yellow.
Okay, you're fine. You're like, what the frig? Yeah, it misses. Like the way that he's wrestling with you after you punch him in the face a couple times. Bright light, like he winds up going down. You look up, what? Like that.
Did you blind yourself?
All right, so you guys are good. Shoot. Oh, so I didn't roll that slam. Okay, he actually fails that slam. It's a 24. Okay, that first shot was actually solid. The shot was actually solid enough that your third shot hits, but like barely, only because it's multiple shot and you're just you like teleport shots. You know what I'm saying? So you do hit him, but yeah, he actually goes sinking straight down. Like boom, you shot him straight into the water. So you're floating there, and you could try and look for him in a heartbeat, but for now, not the case. Clark, unmute, because I started the underwater campaign with some of the other people. Looked up Atlanteans and whatnot. Everybody who's an Atlantean gets certain abilities for free. One of them is underwater breathing. Clearly, you don't need that. Another one is cold resistance, excellent 20, which you automatically get.
Oh, cool.
So throw that on there. And also swimming, poor 4. I know that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's actually a whole lot. It's 35 miles an hour you're swimming.
Oh, wow.
For the sake of conversation, Michael Phelps holds the record for swimming. ESPN translated his meter dashes, whatever, on the surface of the water. It equates to about 6 miles per hour. So the fastest swim time ever by a human is 6 miles per hour. So I actually originally thought poor 4 is garbage. Like Captain America could blow through that. And yes, Captain America probably could, but your average Atlantean can swim at poor 4 ability. So boom, you've got that also. And the only reason why I remembered that right now is because you land in the water as this guy goes straight down about 46 feet. Straight down.
So out of range.
He sinks like a stone, but
Okay.
faster because there's pressure behind. There's inertia behind it.
Mm-hmm. Rats. Okay. I am going to go down. Well, before I had left for the conflict, I imagine I grabbed something strong to bind him with.
Okay. Like what? You guys never asked for handcuffs.
No, I was thinking more of some type of steel cable, some type that may have come off whatever pulley system in there.
Extremely heavy, and you don't have a way to break it. Like I could see Knuckle Duster being able to rip off a piece of it, but the most strength you can get up to is what? Remarkable 28, I think.
Oh,
no.
you're right.
A little bit higher.
I'm from
16
good.
points plus what's your strength regular? Good 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're right.
So 26, 34. Yeah. Remarkable 34.
Mhm.
You'd be struggling to pop it.
Well, there's got to be something.
Well,
that
we're
they-
going with your original thing, though, also.
Okay.
Your original, we already rolled for initiative and all this stuff, and we already declared actions. You did say you were going to transform into a Tuma before you jumped down there. So
Okay. All right. Well, then swim towards Tiger Shark. I guess that's all I
yeah,
can do.
if you wanted to switch actions and do something else, you'd have to make an intensity feat to be able to do that. But otherwise, this is what you were looking to do.
Giddy up. Next.
Okay. So go ahead. You want to swim down there with him? You can actually get right next to him if you want.
All right. Is he conscious?
Oh, he's very conscious and he's really
Okay.
pissed.
So,
But he also sees a Tuma going straight towards him.
let me say. Happen to be in the area. What is this about? Tiger Shark?
And he looks up. What's my luck? He's actually going to reach forward and touch your face. Wow. Hey. I wasn't expecting this. Listen, we were just attacked. Atlantis was just attacked.
Certain?
It was one of their subs. One of their subs came and started torpedoing them. And they actually hired me. They put out a hit for anybody who's in the area. Go back and find them. I don't know if it was these guys, but they've got a sub.
I have been observing this particular sub and I did not see them fire any weapons.
You're looking for these guys also?
They are harboring an Atlantean android, and I am interested in its technology.
Listen, I didn't mean to like, piss you off, but your intelligence is what? Remarkable, right?
Intelligence? Is that
Your-
intuition or reason?
your
Oh
reason,
yeah,
you
sorry.
meant.
Give me your reason and your intuition.
Okay, so because I haven't switched it, so that would mean my reason is right now remarkable, 34,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and then intuition is only good 8.
Yeah. So understand that his poor reason,
Mm.
you could pretty much tell him the sky is green. He would have to believe you. Like, it is an impossible feat for him to argue with whatever you're saying right now. Plus, your performance is perfect. I mean, obviously, say as long as you don't try and crack a joke, your performance is perfect. But his reason is so low that he's got no chance to disbelieve pretty much anything you say. So he's eating everything you're saying. Pun time, hook, line, and sinker.
Love it.
Ba-dum-bum. I love the animation. All right. So what do you want me to do?
There could be some lucrative gains by helping Atlantis with this emergency. Why don't you fill me in on the latest? Are there many casualties?
There were a lot. I mean, the nomadic tribes, they didn't have anything to deal with, but they actually punctured the seal for the for Atlantis. I think they used nukes. Like, they're actually dealing with radiation sickness right now. It's bad.
This boils my blood.
Boiling a lot of Atlanteans' blood right now.
Well, Tiger Shark, I believe we should pursue a different course than attacking this ship. There are heroes with extraordinary powers. One, I've heard, may even be able to stun King Namor with a blow.
I'll go look for another sub.
And so I'm going to follow for at a while, and then slow enough, I'm hoping one of the other people can, hit me, or capture me, and I'll say, don't worry, this may fall into my plan of capturing that android they have aboard the submarine.
I don't think he's going to care, and unfortunately, we can't really metagame. But
Yeah.
no, you were already up there. Honestly, like I said, he'll believe anything that you tell him, pretty much, as long as it's not flat out stupid. Yeah, he's like, I'll go look for another sub. It's not, if you're saying these aren't the guys, then yeah, I'll go. I'm sorry, Atuma. I didn't mean to, ruin what you were trying to do here, man. And he happily leaves. All right, so you come back up to the surface, still as Atuma?
If he's far enough away, then I will drop the
He books.
facade. Yeah, okay, good.
He books. Okay. There's a lot of radio chatter, and it's loud enough, like people screaming, you guys hearing, they're talking about, should we go after him? Should we go after him? No, we actually, he actually did a little bit of damage to the side of the ship. We don't need to port, but we do need to fix this right now. We need to get a frigate out here who can fix this. get the iron yard out here. But they, it was just like the weirdest freaking attack ever, and it's gone. You surface. Everybody obviously asks what's going on, and in order to try and bring this to a wrap really quick, we have been doing this for 2 hours. You tell them pretty much what happened, and now everybody knows that Atlantis was just attacked. So by nuke, rumored. I mean, it's tiger shark, but apparently by nukes, and it was apparently a human submarine that did it. So we will follow up with the next episode. Karma, I'll start deploying Karma. You guys were all able to essentially take down Tiger Shark, and literally, well, not Clark, but everybody else was legitimately able to do actual freaking physical damage to him. So everybody can take 30 Karma points for that. Clark, you, however, that was good. That was good maneuver. Take 40 Karma points for the interaction, and then everybody in total can take an extra 20 Karma points on top of that, and that's besides all the other Karma that I spilled to you guys here, there, and everywhere.
Okay, so that would be pretty much 50 Karma.
20 and then 30. Yes.
Yeah, 30 and 20 is 50. I'm gonna put that 50 into the Karma pool.
Okay. All 50 or just 40? Clark originally did 40. Oh, also, who's going to be considered the... Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I'll drop all 50.
Okay, done. Also, who's going to be the leader of the group, or at least who's going to be taking the treasure, at least? Who's going to be taking control of the Karma pool?
I've got a notepad, but I'm not saying I need to.
Done. It's like everybody but me.
All right,
I'll put okay.
I'll put 40 into
Karma lately.
I'll put 40 into the pool too. Then
Done.
Okay, so
Yep, same here.
90,
Also 40.
130, and then I'm gonna put 20 more in, so we're up to 150 total.
Okay. Duster.
I'll match 50.
Okay.
All right, we're at 200.
Done.
If that fight had kept happening and the interaction didn't happen, I was going to try to get him set up for any kind of anti-aircraft weapons by blinking him up into the sky.
I was just going to ask you that. Could he have grappled him and then teleported with him someplace else and then just left him?
Like, see you later. It's a power stone. You've only done it once, right?
I've only spent Karma on it once, yes, because we did it once on accident without paying for the Karma.
Yeah.
Oops. My thought process on that, though, is I have kind of in my head that his teleportation, at least, I don't know if all of them do this, does not stop momentum. He contains his momentum through where he goes, so he would have to remember to blink under the water.
Done.
And not try to blink back onto the ship or anything, because he would just crash through it if he started falling.
Yeah, as long as it's not a solid material. That's what it says in the book, and I'm going to cheat around that, because one might argue, well, teleporting into water means that you would have water inside of you. Yeah, but teleporting into air, which is gas, doesn't put air inside of you, right? It's like every time you teleport to someplace, you got to fart. Like that'd be an interesting limitation, but So I'll say, so the book just says teleporting to anything solid is negatory. So yeah.
Plus, I kind of imagine the way.
Maybe that's why whenever Nightcrawler teleports, you smell the brimstone.
It might be it.
Something he ate.
I always thought that when you teleported, you just displaced the matter that was there with yours, and
that's essentially what I had him do, because he just in the blink of an eye, like goes from top to bottom, phases out, and then from bottom to up reappears wherever he is, which pushes all of the non-solid matter out of the way.
Yeah, and you also create a vacuum your size where you leave, and that creates a mini sonic boom as the matter.
That's only if you take that as a limitation, because if you want to look at this perfectly scientifically, you're actually destroying your body and then reforming your body someplace else.
Oh, like Star Trek teleporters.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. And somehow it's just your soul, if such a thing exists, that
Can
just
you-
suddenly
can you
comes over your
imagine if-
consciousness.
Can you imagine if that was the case? Like he disappears screaming and then reappears screaming like ah!
Right?
Just felt every molecule split apart.
He's like, oh my god, you have no idea how much that hurts.
Well, no, it would be a painless death. But yeah, basically your body would be dying. It would be just you. It wouldn't be destroyed. Matter can't be destroyed. It would just simply become whatever is local. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Yeah, or water if you're underwater when you teleport.
Or if he's got really bad amnesia, like whenever he reappears, he always thinks it's his birthday. He's like, hey, I just got born again. Happy birthday to me.
It's Frosty the Snowman. right.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God, he actually got a reference, and it's the claymation of all things.
Uh,
That
Clark,
claymation's
how
all
Captain
much-
America here. I got that reference. Wizard of Oz. I got that one.
Clark, how much did you say we had in the karma pool? By your count?
We have 200.
We should have 240. 3 of you put in 40. That'd be 120. 2 of us put in 50. That'd be another 100. And you said you were dropping another 20.
I guess I didn't hear somebody say they were adding. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'll-
that had to been because I was thinking to myself, it's like I'm looking at everybody. It seems like we're missing stuff. So yeah, but then we started talking about other stuff, teleportation, blowing things up, dying, rebirth. So it's like everybody who teleports is a phoenix in some way or another. Paul, anything? Do you want to go?
Anything? No, everything's good.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Anybody else? I just know that you usually have to go first.
yeah,
How much time
So-
are we going to have between getting to the base and
Oh, it will
our
be
next
another.
adventure?
It'll be another thing. So probably hanging out, looking at stuff and whatnot. It'll be like whatever game time, like I don't know, a day later.
Okay.
So yeah, anybody who got hurt, which I don't think anybody got hurt, would go to full. You would get your karma again, and yeah.
I was wondering about crafting purposes.
Gotcha. What are you looking to craft?
I was thinking about seeing about putting a life support system in my helmet.
Just specifically in the helmet. Okay. Yeah.
Just seal it
Just-
up or whatever.
Just oxygen. Okay. Yeah. You could look into that. Of course, it's anything that you do with your suit though, since this is actually a power, it's actually just simply spending karma in order to do that. So it's not
Okay.
like, grabbing a
wouldn't be
suit.
doing
It wouldn't be jury rigging because you're not making you didn't make your suit in game. You actually got your suit as part of character development. So 3,000 karma points, and then you can actually life support. I think takes 2 power slots. I think.
Okay.
So it's 3,000 for 1 slot. If you want to do it for 2 slots, I think maybe it's only 1 slot, and if you whatever it is, anyway. And then bang, you roll the dice, and that's what you see what the power rank is. And then
Okay.
you raise it accordingly.
Okay. So would not be using mechanical skills to build it.
Nope.
Okay.
Life support is a
But to
one-slot
repair it,
power.
yes. Say that again.
Life support is a 1-slot power.
It is a 1 slot power. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Now, is that the same rule if he wanted to add different weapons and things to it? They
Yes.
would be included as powers, quote unquote. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Or many of them would actually be power stunts. Like, for instance, by being able to use light, making it into like a laser instead, or this energy or that energy, an X-ray, it would just be a power stunt. That's just shifting the spectrum.
Okay. So couldn't make let's see what Iron Man 2 when they're inside the building at the end, in the kill box, and Stark says, "Okay, duck," and fires off the one thing, and why didn't you start with that? Well, it's a one shot.
That would actually be a modification. That is something that you could definitely do for your suit. So a modification is one thing. Go and check out the gadgeteering section or one of my videos on that. Yes.
I used to watch those on the way to school.
I
I listened to them. It was in the car.
hear. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot in them except go. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. So,
So as long as he's not trying to create something brand spanking new, he's just altering the fluff or the application of a power he's already got, then it's doable and won't cost him the huge amount, the 1,000 karma or whatever.
Precisely.
3,000 karma, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, a modification to a suit, like for instance, making it aquatic, if it's only for a limited amount of time, then by all means, boom, do that. And you could even make it as if that's a new suit. Like Iron Man has 50 plus different, I think 75 suits by now. The guy's freaking insane. He needs all those resources just to store them.
That's basically what I was thinking of, making it to where I could seal it up for underwater. Something like that.
Okay. But you do have those pills for now. And mind you, your suit is a very unique suit. It's only activated. It's only a suit when it's activated because of the solid light. Okay. Anything else? Get the hell out of my shop.
Clear on the karma. So you said that was 250 or 240?
240.
240.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Hey, see you guys later.
All right.
See you later.
Next week.
Cheers.
Right.
Thank you.
Class dismissed.
Later.